I have not been able to understand the Spanish virus, origin of Spanish virus. I do not know that, but I know the history. Then in Spanish virus, I think in people in India, like 30 million people
Yeah.
died. So I do not know the origin of that. I can know if somebody tell me. Second point is that was that a creation of the Second World War, some powers, or it was natural? So the two things, number one. Number two, the the situation is that I was reading news that China is creating oral vaccine instead of this what is today available. So the world leaders have to come to some convergence or issues. If you see recent events, Israel and Palestine is fighting. When world is facing a different crisis, you are going that way. So I was happy that Bernie Sanders in USA Senate is proposing that $750 million aid given to Israel should be stopped. So where the leaders sitting in power, but the unfortunate party, they will remain in power. You have no alternative. So my final solution is that we have to prepare all medical system in every part of the country, whether India or Africa or China or USA, to be ready for any situation coming in the world. India
Okay.
did not have the oxygen. So that is my solution for coming problems in the medical system because ultimately medical problems will arise. Economy may not the problems. The such like coronas may come again and again and again. Thank you.
Dr. Johnson?
Hello. Yeah. One thing our colleague very well they have explained. Sidhuji has said that truth will never come out. But my opinion is relative truth is always relative. Relatively more truth is coming out in the democratic countries. The better the democracy, the better is the truthfulness. The second question, our daughter Arti, she explained it very well. But she said that this coronavirus has not discriminated with anybody, but I say it has discriminated. Those people who are well prepared, those who are healthy, who had got the immunity, she could not, this, if it is she, this coronavirus could not touch them. I have seen here in my neighborhood myself that the people who developed the immunity by taking vitamin C, D, and zinc for 1 month continuously, they developed a very good immunity. And Vinodji has said that this about the corona, I think that is a very good example he has given. But final thing is that corona or any development or truthfulness will come out if we select or we elect better people, better politicians. Also in America, in all democracies, the voters are responsible. That's what I say.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Baljit
I
1.5 minutes.
Yes. Now the issue is that we have, even though in America we are pretty much in control of coronavirus, I will say, and I'm crossing my fingers for that. And recently I talked to, today I talked to my nephew in India. The black virus or the black fungus is a big issue. And more, I think I talked to a few doctors. It's coming from it might be another reason for that too, but one of the reasons they're saying that in poor countries, they don't have enough masks. So people who have the mask, they wear that for months and months and months and without washing it. And so there is a fungus which is growing on the mask and they're inhaling and black fungus is coming out of that. So it's not only corona, but now the byproducts of corona is going to come too that we have to face. One is the black fungus. The other one is white fungus, which is also spreading. So God knows like what we're going to have after that. So be prepared. And again, hygienes are very, very important, and how we protect ourselves.
Thank you. Aarti?
Yes, you are actually correct. Thank you for correcting me. That yes, coronavirus did discriminate against the weaker, the less immune, the autoimmune, immunosuppressed and immunocompromised. And then we have read in the papers, and I think we can all agree that even those from less privileged backgrounds, such as individuals who had no choice but to go out and be essential workers and do more sort of working class jobs, they were also impacted because of their exposure, and they didn't have the benefit of staying at home and working from home. So there was some racial disparity. There was some, class, working class based essential worker disparity. And yes, of course, the essential workers, the frontline workers. So when I said that it doesn't discriminate, meaning coronavirus came for everyone. It wasn't as if because we had a certain affiliation with something, we thought that that could set us aside. Even the President Trump got it. So no one was invincible from this. And Baljitji, yes, you're absolutely right. The next thing is black fungus. And my concern is, and the next thing we should all be concerned about is the media narratives about the deadly variant coming out of India being called the Indian variant versus the actual letter named the B1167. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Instead of calling it by the alphanumeric number, it would be called the Indian variant. And then now black fungus coming out of India. So there's a propensity for those of us who are of Indian origin to be targeted and discriminated with this type of rhetoric, just like, President Trump called it the China virus, Kung flu, etc. So many, byproducts of these viruses, these illnesses. But again, it points to the necessity for human beings to band together, work together, to fight this together.
Thank you. Thank you. Baljinder
I think I'm listening to various speakers, and I think 2 points I've noticed. Aarti brought out that some people are alone at home, and that creates a psychological problem. So I think moving forward, we need to have some social interaction that might help people. And Baljit brought out Guru Nanak's message that we should be more careful but not damaging the environment, Pavan Pani, as we were given the message. So I think moving forward, we need to learn how psychologically staying at home, how we handle ourselves, and how we can interact with each other. Like, for example, today's panel is a way of meeting each other without going to the gathering. So this helps us psychologically. So I think this is, people have become more rich in this coronavirus. More millionaires have become in this country. So there is a wide spectrum of effects of this corona spectrum. So it's hard to pinpoint. But I think the 2 points I like is that when I'm alone at home, rather than turning to the liquor, I will turn to the prayers. So that will help me as a spiritually, and I will talk to my friends as socially so we can network and help each other. Thank you.
Sorry, one second.
As
We are aware of the situation, probably worst is gone. We are about to get back to the normal lives. When it becomes a normal life, more job opportunity will come out. A lot of industry will open up. People will be meeting each other to support each other. I think these industry opening will bring a change in communities, and also more involvement with the population, and government should set up some rules where that racial discrimination can be eliminated. See, we can all work together to become happy again. It is not one person's work. Everybody should take an effort to come out and do something for the community, for your other communities. Everybody will be happy again, but it will take some time. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. But we are ready for the future. Whatever it comes out, we can face it.
Thank
We
you.
learn
Thank you.
from the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. I want to reflect
Okay,
on some of the points that Aarti mentioned. She said that young people are affected, and that is exactly what I said earlier on. Fauci was saying that younger people are fine. It's the elderly in the homes, nursing homes, those are the ones affected. That was not really a good idea. Everybody is affected. So they gave a really mixed message from the very beginning. Number two, I think if we learned a lesson? Have we got the wake-up call? We talk about the Kumbh Mela in India. Those were all older people. Have they learned the lesson? I don't think so. Let's talk about the beach yesterday, Huntington Beach. None of them were older people. They were all younger people. Have they learned a lesson? I think, I don't know, it's got to be something bigger than COVID for us to knock us on the right kind of trajectory. We are still after money. And the latest is, you know what Elon Musk is proposing now? Elon Musk wants to open a Tesla plant in Russia.
Yep.
And Baljinder ji was talking about Chinese stealing our technology.
Right.
And what does Elon Musk want to do? Give it to Russia.
Right.
He should be punished, penalized.
He will not.
All he wants to do is to be the richest man in the world. Have we learned a lesson? I don't know. I don't want to be pessimistic. I think America, we are very fortunate. America is the only country that has really come out of it. And we need to be at the top of the table. We need to show the world the right way to do it. And it's people like Aarti, the younger people have got to get together and say, you've got to take the lead now. We are the old guys talking about, we can talk about things, but we don't have the energy to do much. So please choose the leaders who are good for the country, not because of the party, which party can win the elections. That has nothing to do with that. Can only take us in the wrong direction.
Thank you very
We
much.
need leaders who care about the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivekji. You seem to have reversed your earlier opinion, going from total optimism to pessimism now that we haven't learned.
I did. Sorry.
I want to come back that I agree with Dr. Josen. If it was not a grinding halt, it was certainly a pause button. But in that pause button, like Aarti said, if we do not wake up, if we do not change our course, if we do not assess the mistakes, missteps, and the things we made which brought us to this thing, if we do not evaluate them and make the corrective measures, we will reach at the same place if we board the same bus. So I think with this, we could happily end that we
Gauraji, I will like to tell
I
that.
have to say one thing. I have to say one thing at the end.
Sure.
There is a slogan going on that you are what you think. If you think healthy, you are healthy. But now again, another thing came that if your food is healthy, you will think healthy. As a soil researcher, I know that if your soil is healthy, your food will be healthy and your thinking will be healthy.
Exactly.
But as Barjinder has said, that if the environment is healthy, then the soil will be healthy, then the food will be healthy, then the thinking will be healthy. So I agree with Barjinder. We should pay maximum attention to the environment, even in small chores in our homes. We should say we should not pollute the environment. That is my request. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gauraji, I will like to give information that the black eyes phenomenon which happened in India, they are saying there is a oxygen coming from the industrial sector. That oxygen may have created that black problem. There was news I was reading, because I did not find any symptom of this anywhere in the world. So India, what happened? The industry provided oxygen, whichever they using in industry. So that may have caused that. So that is that.
I think it's a scientific problem. It's a spiritual crisis. And I think in that wake up call, we are talking again and again, which Aarti has just started. Unless we combine this science and this spirituality together, we cannot and change the course to rethink our relationship with each other, with the planet Earth. We will never, even if we start the bus, even the speedier thing, we will go to such dead ends sooner than this. So with this, I hope that it is a wake-up call.
I wanted to offer one solution. Since I brought up about us waking up, this is a wake-up call. I always like to end with a solution, especially if I brought something up. So I would like to add, Pushparaji, to what you said, that this is a situation where we have to bring back our science and spirituality. And to that, I want to add humanity. And on that humanity note, I would like to propose to piggyback on Baljinderji's observation, his own self-observation, that we create a buddy system. And we can create a buddy system within our own same age, friends, but also a buddy system between the younger generation and the older generation. Because I have found when I watch the news, when I do watch good news, that there are younger kids who have been Zooming with senior citizens in homes, in senior homes where the seniors are really stuck at home. And the youngsters, because the seniors are getting vaccinated, now youngsters are getting vaccinated. So the youngsters are now are able to venture out and actually go and meet these senior citizen buddies that they made, where they became friendly during the last year of the lockdown. So I would propose that we, put our heads together and come up with like a buddy system to add to the humanity and spirituality and science.
Yes, I think none of the panelists, other panelists, would disagree with what Aarti has just said. I think, and that is the beautiful point to close this discussion, that we in this after this pause button, before we go full blast, we must make this combination, this spirituality and science and humanity, as she said, and whatever else is needed to go ahead, rather than go blindly the same way as we did before. Because if we did, we will reach the same blind spot as we did before. Thank you.